Alright, so this is like episode one for real, for real. Not just a review on something random, not just me saying or talking about something random, but something that to me, I guess, matters. And for one, I'm not politically correct. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a lawyer, none of that. I'm just a regular person with my own opinion on things. So I'm not trying to clout chase. I'm not trying to be extra dramatic or sensationalize crap that is unnecessary. But it's me talking. Like for one, I want to start this off by saying I want to appreciate people like Jordan Lucas. Jordan Lucas made another remix. Like it goes without said, he can rap. That's what I really appreciate when the lyricists, the rappers, they rap no matter what. They show that they got that talent no matter what. It's genuine. It's not a forced talent. It's not a I'm sitting in a room with 30 people telling me what to say. You really know that it is coming from an artistic mindset, an artistic heart, something that's like truly expressive. But the fact that like, yo, he did another remix, and he also got a song with Ashanti out. But I like we don't give credit and talk about these type of artists enough. We give so much attention to like some random dude with a username, and then somebody good like him come out and it was like, oh yo, he did this, and then that's it. You don't hear about it no more. Whatever. Even when it does well, it's like even with the weekend or Eminem beating people in the charts race. It's like while y'all fighting for billboards, this dude is literally selling things. People like Jordan Lucas still can show their talent on any beat, any flow, any well he I wouldn't say flow, but anything he chooses to put his mind to rap on or rap about, showing the true talent of a rapper, somebody that knows how to talk, a MC. You know how to control the crowd with what you're saying. And in this business, in this climate, with everybody just basically saying nothing, and you starting to, it's just refreshing to hear it. And I think we need to pay more attention to people that have that raw talent and is able to express themselves in a manner like that. It's like, yo, this is the entertainment business. I know we like the fun stuff and we like all of the goofy and silly stuff too, but that shouldn't overshadow what it's what rap is about. I'm gonna just leave it at rap. Rap started off telling stories and being able to have conversations, provoking an audience with words, with rhymes. That's where it's coming from. Pain, transgressions, wants, beliefs, all of these things, controversy. That's what needs to stay in the purity of rapping. Jordan Lucas is one of them. Uh, like another person that is creeping up in like singing R&B or whatever genre she wants to put herself in is Jessie Reyes. I don't know why I don't hear enough people talking about Jessie Reyes. This lady done sung on another building. She done sung like two songs on the top of a building. Her vocal range is incredible. The content, that toxic love, hate. She sing about it all. It's like, yo, how are we not giving attention to these type of people? We are really caught up in another type of world. I understand, yeah, it's a lot going on, but yo, if we give more energy to like focuses on that, like when you're looking at entertainment, you're looking to be entertained. Depending on how your mind is, you're gonna go to what you like. I get that. It just sucks that when you hear people like Jessie Reyes singing, like yo, she got a whole damn near acoustic album on YouTube just singing her songs in an acoustic way. And it's like, yo, what the you know how many singers she would put to shame if she was next to them? I talk about that because we're gonna get into some more stuff, but I talk about that because, like, yo, I just get tired of hearing the sensationalized stuff. It's entertaining sometimes, but damn, it's like, yo, it's so overshadowed and oversaturated with crap. Like, that move brings me to, like, the versus battles. You mean to tell me you got people that say, oh, if you're not the new upcoming thing, then people not really watching you, things like that. Well, didn't the versus battles disprove all of that? I could sit there for 3 hours, 2 hours, whatever hours, and watch a versus battle. 40 songs, sometimes more if they want to do a bonus round. I could listen to 40 songs. Why? Because it's good music. Anything good will be good. As simple as that. It's not going to be, good for now, and then later it's terrible. That's like microwaves. That's microwavable stuff. You microwave it, yeah, it's good and hot and ready. Yeah, this is fresh. As soon as you let that sit a little bit and go back to it, it ain't the same. And that's what the verses proves. Brandy and Monica, everybody that's participated in this, that real music, that real sound, that real high level of talent that's consistent 20 plus years. I mean, you got to think, we've been listening to some of these songs 30 years or close to it, and it still sounds good today. It still translates well. The messaging is still there. It's still the same. You can't say that about a lot of artists that just came out in the past 5 years. You can't say that. And a lot of people we give the biggest credit to don't even have anything classic. And you go back to their songs and you try to play it again, it's like the feeling isn't there. It's like, you can skip it. Nas came out with King's Disease. Every time I've listened to it so far, I've listened to the whole album front to back, or until I just wanting to stop listening to music. Because the lyricism, the poetry, the message, everything, like, yo, it's classic. Early, but it's classic. That's one album that hasn't been out long, and you can definitely say, yo, first listen, this is has replay value. High replay value. I'm sure most of the views it got is because of repeats. Like, you gotta understand, man, when you have a certain level of talent, it translates well forever. Until that person's either brain or their inspiration or whatever stops them. If it's nothing that truly stops them, you'll always have your talent. Yo, the talent's still gonna be there. You just won't be inspired to probably do it, but the talent to do it is still gonna be there. That's why you should work on stuff. Work on portfolios. Work on things that matter. Watching Brandy and Monica. Excuse me for messing up these queens' names. Brandy and Monica. I'm young. I'm in my 20s. But growing up and hearing these songs for years, it almost feels like you was there when it first happened. The same thing I get when I hear Tupac and Biggie. I was born a couple years before they died. So that should tell you how around the range of age that I am. And to hear them still today and get the same exact feel, the same inspiration that people got back then, it tells you it's a different conversation when you talk about these people. Put them in tiers, whatever you want, legend, God tier, whatever. It's different, man. Now, to Reed Dollaz versus Rum Nitty. This is a battle coming out, URL, smack. Shout out to them. My absolute obsession is battle rap, movies and video games. But yo, this is what people saying. Of course, people gonna go with Rum Nitty. Listen, battle rap fans of lyricists, you're gonna go with Rum Nitty because we talking about, especially if you're talking about the climate of battle rapping where it's been for the past 10 plus years, the style of lyricism, the way metaphors are said, the way a wordplay is used, the way a punchline hits. It's different. We know it's a little more, it's a lot more structured than what it was 15 years and more ago. It was more of line, punch, punch, line, bar, punch, things like that. Now it's, it's structured. It's a whole, they completing a whole idea in order to get to a setup, in order to get to a punch, in order to make the metaphor make sense with the wordplay. The way battle rapping is structured. You still have to rap, but the way battle rapping is structured, you could get away with certain things. Reed Dollaz comes from the era of mixture. He came from the rapping, just rapping your shit plus battling era. And I think people get that confused when they say Reed Dollaz. When they mention people like Reed, they always say, oh, he came from like Cassidy and all of them. It's like, yeah, but he didn't get famous off of the Cassidy, when Cassidy was getting famous in that style of rapping and battling. He didn't get famous off of that. He got famous off of the acapella no beat battling. And the fact that he has some of the most quotable and most famous things ever said in battle rap. And it still, when you hear it, it translates today. Now, the structure in the way that he was rapping does not. And that's why I get why people have Rum Nitty. I would go with Reed Dollaz. But I understand the structure and what battle rap is today. If he just, I would say, just 10 more points up. If you want to have a point system, like, yeah, you had 75 points, but you need at least 85. Because it'll really solidify, like, okay, you got it. Because he has everything else: aggression, storytelling, relatable bars. He has all of that, but you just have to make it where it's like it triggers an eargasm when you hear a certain wordplay. When you hear, man, somebody bring him suboxone, yo, the shit Rum Nitty be, man, Rum Nitty is incredible. The way that he thinks of bars, I'm not saying it's the most complex ever. I still will put Loaded Lux and Daylight as, and JC, and even Chilla Jones and Hollow. I still put them as having the most complex structure of bars. I think Rum Nitty he's up there, but him being the best puncher in the world, to me, is not solidifying you with every other style of lyricism. I can't say that because there's a lot more types of lyricism. And we get so caught up in what we like about a battler that we would just say that person is the best at everything. And it's like, no, you're not. You are the best, to me, at punching. You do have some of the cleanest wordplay, but you don't have the most complex structure of bars. I've heard setups that is better than some of his greatest lines. Only because it's so many more layers that came with the setup. So, I don't know. Veneer's back, that's incredible. And the way he could flip his name. But the way I would say that Reed Dollaz is winning, could win, is because of his style that people want to hear without a crowd. You're going to want to hear that back-to-back, hard-hitting storytelling. And I'm going to hit you with this, and you did this. This is my career, and I went this way, and you a baby of me because of this line. It's like, I get that. That when Reed start really getting into his bag of rapping and he's just going in, it looks shaky for the other person. It's not as clean as people try to say, like, oh, it's going to be a clean body. And no, the only one that really got that off truly was John. Some just shocked the shit out of me. But anyway, so the only person that really got that off was John. Unprepared for this new era. Once he got back with Chess, once he got back with K-Shine, once he got in there, even with the battle he did. What was the battle he did on Battle Rap Academy? I forgot who it was, but all of these battles he's elevated. T-Rex, he didn't do that on Battle Academy, but it was a battle he did on Battle Academy. I forgot who it was with, but anyway, doing that, elevating every time tells me he understands what he's missing. And once Reed is truly solidified in there, it ain't going to be much more doubting. Again, he has an ability to rap. Changing up how you do it is up to the person. This is the reason why Cassidy has failed when he came back, because he didn't update it. It's not that you can't rap, you can't memorize your bars, you don't understand what a punchline is, you don't know what we know you know what literary devices are. But we also know you have not updated your style of rap. We've seen glimpses of it. Bow so loud they think the beef is real. If you have that, but you mix it in with that just rapidy rap, just keep going in style, like, yo, you would probably do better. Stop trying to emphasize your fucking metaphors and your punchlines. That shit suck, because we know you're not there yet. So when you do it, you're doing more reaching than you are clean, having a clean bar. Like, the bar don't sound clean, and I know when you play it back around newer fans, it don't sound like that to them. And you gotta understand, like, this is the audience. This is what we want to hear. We've heard that already. This is the more advanced style. You telling me this ain't more advanced? I've seen you react to bars from Charlie Clips when he was going against Rex. So you're not telling me you don't understand that the bar level have changed. The way people approach their writing has changed. Yes, it sounds like a movie script. Yes, it's setups sound like setups. Yes, punchlines sound like a punchline. But the style to make it clean is by understanding how to do it. We know you know what it is, but it's how you translate it. That's like a person understanding Spanish when they hear it, but they don't know how to speak it back. That is a real thing. It's just how your brain works. Sometimes you have a hard time at translating it. You get people to help you out. That don't make you not a legend. This is the reason why Reed Dollaz is looking better in the legends category than a lot of the other people you would expect to be that way. We expected Cassidy to come back with gold, and he came back with like, alright, or no, with diamonds, and he came back with like maybe gold. And then it started diminishing once people really started breaking down what he was saying, and it's like, see, I mean, not for nothing, it's not like his opponents were that much better. I'm not going to say Arsenal was crazy and he was, oh my God, did you hear that? Oh, you heard how he put that together? No, it was whack. It's just your whack was better than his whack. And we give you that. At least we understood your direction of things. This dude started just rapping about nothing. I'm not trying to talk about Cassidy to take away from Reed Dollaz. What I'm saying is Reed Dollaz right now is looking better. The fact that he understands, the fact that he's active, he's around certain circles that is with battle rap of current day. He's okay with taking the criticism. You can see his interviews, he's more humble. He's okay with being wrong about things, being shown something, with proving himself. Because that's what I be seeing from Reed. Every time he's about to battle, he's battling like he's proving himself. Cassidy, on the other hand, and people like him, or Jay Mills, when he tried to come back, I've been doing this for, we know. That don't mean it's going to translate the same way later. You have to accept that, bro. That's not a slight. We're giving you a chance because we've been a fan of you. So stop taking it as a slight. You've been in the music industry and have had worse things happen to you, and you can't take it when somebody critiques your bars. They're rappers. They rap at high levels. You've been at battles and turned all the way around when you reacted. That means to me you understood it and all of that. Now, speaking of understanding, what this, like the Charlamagne and Joe Budden thing, I'm gonna be very brief because I know a bunch of people have talked on this. Charlamagne and Joe Budden, it's not really a battle with them two. It's a battle of your brother understanding you when he needs to. We're in the fight right now, bigger than what it's been in a while. And for us to constantly have to stop what we're fighting in the bigger scope of things to address this random person that wants to just say stupid stuff or irrelevant things that have nothing to do with the actual fight. If you could mention things like money, I'm fighting for something obviously more than money, and you're mentioning money. The one thing I can't stand is when you're struggling to produce yourself and somebody you're close to say, yo, you need to take this job. They know that. They know they absolutely need to provide an income and way of living for themselves. Do you ever think that there's something else that means something more to them? You being who you are in that person's life, or what you're supposed to represent, especially when you're close to someone or you share the same things as that person. It's like, yo, understand what I'm telling you. Help me through the fight and stop fighting me when I'm fighting them. I'm fighting something else and you're delivering a message to me that is irrelevant. It manipulates the progress, because then you'll form other people. When you have a big voice, you'll form other people to share the same fight as you, and they are all wrong, especially when they don't understand your fight. Using the word fight a lot. Like, I don't get that. It's like, yo, stop disagreeing with people. It's like, it's by default people want to be these so-called contrarians, or I want to think differently, or I want to look at another thing. And why are you looking at all these other things surrounding it instead of the big issue in front of you? This is the reason why people like that are easily distracted by whatever they want to distract you with. You're distracted by it. But then when it's convenient and you're going through it, then all of a sudden you want the world to understand you. Why are you so conveniently misunderstanding simple things? This is out there for everybody. Hey, if you don't get their fight, do not comment on it publicly. Do not try to drag them for what they're fighting for. Especially when you're not even willing to help them through it. You're not putting an effort out there and jumping out the window to help them through it, but you'll jump out the window to bash them. That's sadness. No, we gotta stop. Stop. We need more support on things. Support all other stupid stuff out there that you want to support when it's convenient to support that stupid stuff. If you hate that person, you dislike their progress or whatever, just say that. Because you got people out there like that too that don't have really nothing going on for themselves, that they own, that they have for themselves. emphasis for themselves. So they don't want you to really have nothing. They don't want you to really progress. They don't understand your fight on things. They don't understand your vision ever. They always got a critique. They always got a, hey, you need to do this, or maybe you should do this. They never have a, hey, I want to help you with this. That's never what they're saying. But they can tell you all day long about what you're doing wrong because they don't want you to do right. And you have to watch out for that. You have to watch out for the person that so-called isn't your nemesis, but they really are your nemesis. Look, it's a lot to unpack. Appreciate for watching. That's all I got.